Hey, what's up? It's Fuel Your Life Friday. Let's go. My perspective of this event has changed as I've grown, evolved, and ascended more spiritually. My pregnancy with my youngest daughter, Callie, was quite scary at times. I was on bed rest for most of my pregnancy with frequent bleeding, and I was told a C-section would be a high probability. My pregnancy was nerve-wracking with a condition called placenta previa, where essentially my placenta was dangerously close to my cervix, and it needed to naturally move before delivery, otherwise I would need a C-section. Not only that, it just caused a whole lot of other problems. Now, a month or so before I delivered, I believe I encountered an angel on earth. At the time, he was just a man whose timing was so divine, it gives me goosebumps to this day. After 4 months of being on bed rest, I had an ultrasound appointment to see if my placenta had moved or if I would need a C-section. I was coming towards the end of my pregnancy. The tech was unable to tell me in the moment and told me that I'd hear from the doctor the next day. Now, the doctor's office was near the beach, so it only felt fitting to go to the beach afterwards. Now, mind you, I wasn't supposed to do a lot of walking in itself, but I thought a little quick trip would be okay. I was, in that moment, so distraught. My anxiety had been on full blast nonstop, and I was really worried about what was next. Out of seemingly nowhere, an elderly man with white hair and bright blue eyes walked up to me. He handed me this charm, and on it had a saint on it. I had no idea who this was. I grew up in a Christian home, so I was really unfamiliar with the saints. The man told me that it was Saint Gerard, and this was the saint of expectant mothers and childbirth. He told me, "You will have a safe delivery. Everything will be okay. Call upon Saint Gerard, and may God bless you." I will never forget those words or that man. He disappeared as quickly as he appeared. I couldn't wrap my mind around why this man had a charm of Saint Gerard. Out of all of the saints, he had one for expectant mothers? The next day, I received a phone call from my doctor that my condition improved and I would not need a C-section. I could deliver safely. Tomorrow, October 16th, is the feast day of St. Gerard. In the Catholic Church, they assign one day out of the year for each and every saint. This is known as the saint's feast day. A feast day can be the day of their actual death, which this was the case for St. Gerard, or a day assigned by the church. So while I'm unsure who that man was or whether or not he was an angel walking on earth, I do know that I was blessed that day by a stranger, and I have never forgotten his act of kindness. So, happy Saint Feast Day, St. Gerard, and thank you for your heavenly protection as a patron saint of expectant mothers. If you enjoyed this episode, share it with a friend, and be sure to give the podcast a 5-star rating and review on Apple Podcasts or wherever it is that you tune in and turn it up. I'm back on Wednesday for another life mastery conversation, but until then, remember, every level of life is an opportunity to grow. Be well, my friend.